They thought they could play me, thought they could move the pieces, stack the odds, bend the rules in their favor. They whispered, plotted, laughed behind my back. They played the game against me, rigged it so I would lose, counted me out before I even had a chance to fight. But they forgot something. Monsters aren't made in comfort. They are forged in fire, sharpened by betrayal, and hardened by pain. They thought they were breaking me, but all they did was teach me how to play. And now, I don't just play the game, I own it. At first I tried to follow the rules, I played fair. I believed in loyalty, in honesty, in giving people the benefit of the doubt. But the world doesn't reward fairness. It preys on it. It waits for the kind-hearted to step forward, just so it can rip them apart. I was naive. I trusted hands that were already holding the knife meant for my back. I ignored the signs, the warnings, the gut feeling that told me I was standing in a den of wolves while I was still learning to walk. And then the inevitable happened. I was torn down, humiliated, left with nothing but the echoes of my own mistakes. They took what was mine, laughed as they walked away, certain I would never rise again. That was their biggest mistake, because in that moment, something inside me shifted. The pain didn't break me, it rebuilt me. The loss didn't end me, it redefined me. They thought they had beaten me, but all they did was give me something I never had before. A reason to become something they could never control. I stopped asking why, stopped looking for explanations, stopped searching for fairness in a world that doesn't even know what the word means. I learned to move in silence, to strike when they least expect it, to take every failure, every betrayal, every scar, and turn it into a weapon. They thought they had stripped me of everything, but they didn't realize I don't need much to start a war. I don't need an army. I don't need approval. All I need is the fire inside me, the one they tried to put out. Because now I see everything clearly. The game they played, I mastered it. I studied every move, every deception, every trick. I memorized the way they operate, how they manipulate, how they control. And now I use it against them. They used to set the rules, now I rewrite them. They used to hold the power, now I take it without asking. Every step I take, every move I make is calculated. I no longer react, I dictate. And the best part? They don't even see it coming, because they are still playing the game like it's the same as before. Like I'm still the person they once controlled. They don't realize the shift. They don't feel the ground shaking beneath their feet, but they will. Oh, they will. Because now, every step they take is on the board I built. Every choice they make falls into the traps I set. They thought they were hunting me, but they walked straight into my cage. They used to laugh at me. Now they speak my name in whispers. They used to push me aside. Now they look over their shoulders, wondering when I will strike. The fear in their eyes. That's my victory. The uncertainty in their steps. That's my revenge. They spent so long treating me like I was nothing. Now they are forced to watch as I become everything they fear, and I will not stop. Not until every debt is paid. Not until every betrayal is avenged. Not until the world knows that I am not the person they abandoned. I am the force they never saw coming. They wanted a game. Now they are trapped in one where I control every move, every outcome, every ending. They played the game against me. Now I own it, and I will never let them forget it. They don't realize it yet, but every piece they move, every desperate attempt they make to regain control, only tightens the grip I have on them. They still think they have a chance. They still believe they can manipulate, twist, and deceive their way out of this. But the game has changed. This isn't about survival anymore. This is about dominance, about proving once and for all that I am not the weak, gullible fool they mistook me for. I see their panic now. The way they scramble to understand how everything slipped out of their hands. The way they watch me rise, powerless to stop it. I used to chase validation, used to beg for a place at their table. Now, I build my own. And they knock on my doors hoping I'll let them in, pretending they were always on my side. But I remember. I remember the nights I had to pick myself up when no one came. I remember the moments they laughed while I suffered. I remember every scar, every wound, every ounce of pain they inflicted. And I will never forget, they underestimated me. That was their fatal mistake. They assumed I would break, that I would accept my fate and disappear. They thought I would stay in the shadows, licking my wounds, too afraid to step back into the light. But I am not the person they left behind. That version of me is gone, buried beneath the weight of everything they did. The version of me that stands here now, ruthless, unforgiving, unstoppable. I don't seek revenge for the sake of revenge. I don't waste my energy on petty battles. I play the long game, the one they never saw coming. I don't attack out of anger. I dismantle with precision. I don't strike in haste. I wait until my victory is undeniable. They wanted to strip me of everything? Fine. Now I take everything from them, one piece at a time, until they are left with nothing but regret. And it's not just about them anymore. It's about the world that watched, the ones who stood by in silence, the ones who didn't believe I would make it. Every single one of them will feel what it means to doubt me, to write me off, to pretend I didn't matter. They will watch as I build an empire from the ashes they thought would bury me. They will witness the rise of someone they tried to destroy, and they will realize too late. They should have never played this game against me. Because now, I don't just survive. I dominate. I don't just win. I make sure they remember my victory forever. There is no mercy, no second chances, no forgiveness. Only the cold, undeniable truth. I was never their pawn. I was always meant to be the king. And now they bow. They played the game against me, and I made it mine. They thought it was over, thought I had reached my limit, thought they had seen the last of me. But the funny thing about people like me, we don't break, we don't fold, we don't disappear. We endure, we transform, we adapt. And when the dust settles, when everyone else is too weak, too broken to move forward, we stand, stronger, smarter, hungrier. They played their game against me, thinking I was just another casualty waiting to happen. Another failure, another footnote in their story of dominance. But they made one fatal miscalculation. They thought I was playing their game. I wasn't. I was studying it, watching every move, learning every trick, memorizing every betrayal, every deception, every weakness. And now I own it. I don't just play, I dictate. I don't just move, I control. They thought power was about who had the most resources, who had the most people, who had the loudest voice. But true power is patience. It's silence. It's knowing when to strike and when to wait. It's the ability to let people think they're winning while you dismantle them from the inside. That's the difference between them and me. They played for quick victories. I play for total domination. They laughed when I fell. They celebrated when they thought they had won. They whispered among themselves, confident that I would never rise again. And I let them. I let them believe in their illusion. I let them feel safe, comfortable, untouchable. Because nothing is more dangerous than a man who has nothing to lose. Nothing is more unpredictable than someone who has already walked through the fire and survived. Nothing is more terrifying than the realization that the person you tried to destroy is now standing over you, unshaken, unmoved, unstoppable. And that's where we are now. They look at me differently. The arrogance is gone, the certainty in their voices shaken. The way they move, careful. The way they speak, hesitant. They don't laugh anymore, they don't mock me anymore. Now they watch, now they fear, because they know that I have become something they can't control. They know that every move they make is a step into a game I already won. They know that no matter how hard they try, no matter what they attempt, they will never regain the power they once had over me. I am no longer fighting for survival. I am fighting for something much bigger, complete and absolute retribution. They used to throw obstacles in my path, thinking they could slow me down, thinking they could make me give up. They didn't realize I thrive in chaos. They didn't realize that every roadblock they placed in front of me became another tool I learned to use. Every loss I suffered became another lesson I mastered. And now I move with precision. Now I strike without hesitation. Now I take without asking. They used to be in control. They used to dictate how things played out. But what happens when the ones who pull the strings find themselves tangled in them? What happens when the master manipulators realize they were the ones being played all along? Panic, fear, desperation. I see it now. I feel it in the air. I taste it in their words. They're scrambling, looking for a way out, searching for an escape. But there is none, not anymore. Because I didn't just take the game from them, I burned their entire world down. Every ounce of control they thought they had, gone. Every advantage they once held, erased. Every piece they played against me, turned against them. They built their empire on deception, on lies, on betrayal. And I let them believe it would stand forever. But nothing built on the bones of the broken ever lasts. And now, I make them feel everything I felt. Every sleepless night, every moment of self-doubt, every second I spent clawing my way out of the darkness they threw me into. I return it all, tenfold. They wanted to see me suffer. Now they will drown in their own misery. They wanted to see me weak. Now they tremble at the mere mention of my name. They thought I was finished. Now they realize I was only just beginning. This is my world now. My rules, my terms. And they are nothing more than forgotten players in a game they never truly understood. They played the game against me. Now I own it. I watch them now, stumbling through the ruins of what they thought was their victory. Their confidence has turned to doubt, their smirks to silence. Every move they made against me was a mistake. Every deception, every backstab, every cruel word they spat in my direction, it all led them here, to this moment, to this reckoning. They played their game, and for a while, I let them think they were winning. I let them believe they had outmaneuvered me, broken me, left me without a chance. But the truth is, I was never their pawn. I was never part of their plan. I was something they couldn't predict. I was the storm they didn't see coming. And now, as they stand in the wreckage of their own making, they finally understand. I don't play fair. I don't play by their rules. I don't wait for permission. I take. I destroy. I rebuild. They underestimated the power of someone who has been to hell and back. Someone who has been stripped of everything and forced to start from nothing. They thought their betrayal would break me, but all it did was sharpen my mind, harden my heart, teach me the lessons I needed to learn. And now I'm unstoppable. They whisper among themselves, hoping I won't hear. They make their desperate plans, hoping I won't notice. But I see them. I always see them. Their fear is written all over their faces. They know I'm coming. They just don't know when. And that's the worst part for them. The waiting. The uncertainty. The realization that no matter how much they prepare, no matter how hard they try to stop me, it's already too late. Because I don't need their approval. I don't need their validation. I don't need their acceptance. I need only one thing: victory. And victory is already mine. Every step I take now is deliberate. Every word I speak carries weight. Every move I make pushes me further ahead while they struggle to keep up. They used to control the board, but now they don't even understand the game they're in. Because I changed it. I rewrote the rules. I took everything they thought they knew and turned it against them. They wanted to break me. Instead, they built something they can never destroy. They wanted me to fall. Instead, they gave me wings. And now I soar above them, untouchable, unstoppable, unbreakable. This isn't just about winning anymore. It's about leaving a mark so deep they'll never forget my name. It's about showing them and the entire world that I was never meant to be controlled, never meant to be silenced. They thought they were dealing with someone weak, someone they could manipulate, someone who would beg for a second chance. They were wrong. I don't beg, I don't plead, I don't ask, I take, I conquer, I own. They played the game against me. Now I own it. And there's nothing they can do to change that.